Greetings, scholars. If you finished the second exam, congratulations, you are halfway through. We're almost finished. Well, halfway finished. What I want to talk about today is the third writing assignment. I want to encourage you to continue reading your text, and I want to encourage you to continue taking your quizzes. Your textbook is the primary mode of content delivery for this online course. And so your textbook is vitally important. Please continue to read your textbook. The third writing assignment is an essay written by Elizabeth Stanton and Lucretia Mott entitled The Seneca Falls Declaration of Sentiments. It was written in 1848. It's one of the, I guess it's the first official document of women demanding equal rights. Okay, it's important for us to read this because, like I said, 1848, women are not enfranchised in this country on a national level until 1920. So it's very important for us to understand this struggle as it starts officially in earnest in 1848. The document itself is written based on the Declaration of Independence. And so what you're going to read is these ladies, the results of their conference that they held in Seneca Falls, demanding that they should be given rights as citizens. And one of the most important rights as citizens is the right to vote. So you're going to do the same thing with this document that you did with the Declaration of Independence. She lists the principles of equality at the beginning of the text, just like the Declaration of Independence. Then she lists a series of grievances that men have committed against women during this time, since the beginning of time. And then at the end, she demands equal rights. And so it's important for us to read it. Now, what I want you to produce is the same thing you did with the Declaration of Independence. I want you to identify the three grievances out of her list that you feel are the most grievous, the worst things that men have done to women up to that point. And explain why for each one. Then I want you to identify the three of her grievances that you feel are the least worst, that are not as problematic as the other three. It doesn't mean that you think any of those grievances are good. It means that you were able to prioritize which were worse and which were least worst. And then explain why you don't think they're as bad as the others. Now, this is important, especially now. If you live in Tennessee, you should be aware, hopefully you already are, that early voting has started. So I would recommend that you, wherever you are, get out there and vote. If you're registered in your home county and you're here in Johnson City, if you're going home this coming weekend, I would recommend you go and vote. Make sure you take advantage of the fact that Tennessee allows for early voting. That way you don't have to stand in line and you don't have to miss class on a Tuesday to go and vote during the regular time. I've heard voter turnout has been exceptional up to this point. So make your voice heard, go out and vote, because that's what these ladies were fighting for. These ladies were fighting for their rights to stop being infringed upon. I often ask people, when did women get the right to vote? And they say 1920, but they're wrong. Women have always had the right to vote. I know you find that odd. It's just that right has been suppressed. That right had been suppressed. Rights aren't given to you by governments. Rights are what you hold naturally. This is what our founding fathers believed. And so when you talk about, women getting the right to vote, women had the right to vote as Americans. They had the right to vote as citizens. It's just that their right had been suppressed. The amendment to the Constitution that comes in 1920 stops the suppression of the right that these women held naturally. That's what these rights are. So it's important for you to read about this struggle. But it's also important for you to go out and exercise the franchise. It's important for you to get out and vote. So that's where we're at this point. If you missed this second exam, I'll need you to send me a text message, not a text message, an email, so that I can try to set up a makeup before it gets too late. For those of you who missed the first exam, if you would like to take your makeup now, while we have time before you get too close to the third exam, send me an email and let me know, because I'm going to and keep watching your emails, because when I open up the exams for the makeup, they're on a time limit. And if you miss that time limit, well, that was another opportunity. So keep watching these videos that I've posted. Keep taking your quizzes, keep reading your textbook, and make sure you get out and vote. Do it as early as you can, so that you can have that out of the way and not have to worry about it. Okay, my graduate assistants and I will be busy grading these exams, or grading these writing assignments from the Constitution, and we'll get those posted as quickly as we can. So good luck, scholars. Study hard and make me proud.